What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Deaths of the Age of the You Can't Whoop Me edition. Y'all already know what time it is. If you are just now joining the feed, go ahead and like the video. If you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss any live notifications. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and like and follow the page. That way you don't miss any of the live notifications. Tonight I'm gonna get into some things really quick. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I know y'all gotta be at work in the morning or whatever the case may be. Them PP loans done dried up, so you gotta get back to work. So I'm not gonna keep y'all long. Tonight I'm gonna be discussing Sha'Carri Richardson in the headlines again for shading Allyson Felix. I'm going to be talking about Lizzo on TikTok faking a pregnancy. Steph Curry parents are getting a divorce, unfortunately, after 33 years of marriage. Also, King, T.I and Tiny son, had him a little stripper party. And I don't see that T.I is outraged about it at all. So those are the things that we're going to get into. First thing first, I want to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson is actually making it real hard to defend her. I'm one of those people that hate when somebody say, "Oh, you need to be humble" or whatever. I feel like when people tell somebody that they need to be humble, is that they want people to act in a certain type of way to make them comfortable with being less than or whatever the case may be. Like they're not comfortable with greatness. Um, I don't have a problem with anybody being arrogant. I don't have a problem with anybody being cocky if that's just them showing this is how they feel about themselves. That's absolutely okay with me. I have no problem with that at all. I do have a problem with people being mean and nasty. It's a difference. Arrogance and cockiness is, how you feel about yourself. That has absolutely nothing to do with me. But when you start just being rude and you being mean and you being nasty, that's a whole nother level. And that's something that I don't appreciate. And Sha'Carri Richardson, unfortunately, she is giving very much, our abundance and public type of energy right now, with the antics that she don't even have to do. I think she is very insecure and she's doubtful of herself, and that's something that happens a lot with young adults. She's only what, 21, 22, one of them. She's really young, so I expect a certain level of insecurity. I expect a certain level of doubt, but all at the same time she needs to have somebody in her ear, some mentor, somebody to talk to her just for purposes. um I actually didn't have a problem with, what transpired at the time of the race, when they interviewed her right after she came in ninth place, when she was like, y'all can talk all the shit y'all want to talk or whatever the case may be. That didn't bother me or whatever, because I was still one of those, I'm rooting for her. She's the round the way girl. She got the aesthetic and everything. She looks like, any other girl that's in your neighborhood or whatever the case may be. So rooting for her for that reason. But her career is just not, her professional career is just not, getting off the ground or whatever. And she has some hiccups and everything. And I do think that she's getting a little bit besides herself. I feel like she has been through a whole lot and it has her on the defense. Um, and a lot of times when you have been through a whole lot and you haven't really had a lot of support and you have been abandoned in your life and things like that, a lot of times you will feel like the world is against you, everybody is against you, or whatever. In this particular situation, where it pertains to Allyson Felix, Allyson was on Jimmy Kimmel. Stephen A. Smith was asking Allyson a question about Sha'Carri Richardson. And Allyson Felix gave her support and everything. And then Sha'Carri, she jumps on IG and she makes a shady post in her stories about Allyson. Now, some people were saying that maybe she did it because, we don't know how Allyson treats her on in the background, right? That's cool, fine, and dandy, but that's the reason why she needs PR, because you have to think about the optics of it all. We don't know what happens on the background, but we know what is happening on your IG right in front of us. So that's the only thing that we could go by. So we had caught wind of Allyson Felix being, nasty towards her, or not being supportive or whatever towards her. Then yeah, we can say that. But for all I know, like Allyson Felix, she's cool with everybody. Like she's even cool with like the girls, like Sha'Carri being cool with the girls from Jamaica and all that. All of those women embrace Allyson Felix. So if Allyson Felix had one of those names out here to be one of those people who is unsupportive or whatever the case may be, I can understand. But then for Sha'Carri to come out and jump out the window and start, taking shots at her, and we don't know any of that, it gives her no leg to stand on. So I'm gonna play y'all what Allyson Felix said on the Jimmy Kimmel show when she was talking to Stephen A. Smith. Just give me one moment, child.
Look, before I let you get on out of here, I'd be remiss in neglecting to bring up, uh, Sha'Carri Richardson. You know that she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously being, pushed out of the Olympics because of marijuana use and what have you. In light of all of that that's been transpiring, all that she has gone through,
Yeah.
what message would you like to say about her personally and about what she endured being an Olympian?
Yeah, I know that.
Supposed to be an Olympian.
Yeah, I know that she's obviously been through so much. And so I hope that she's just supported. I hope people rally around her. Obviously, she has a great personality and she's brought in a lot of attention to the sport. And I think she'll be in the sport for a very long time. And so I think just more than anything, for all athletes, there's so much that goes into it. We just, give her the support that she needs.
I got you. Well, you just...
So Allyson was being very supportive or whatever of her. And then next thing you know, Sha'Carri, she jumps on IG, and this is the post that she makes in her story. She goes, encouraging words on TV shows are just as real as well, nothing at all. So I'm like, okay, she could have kept that to herself. Allyson Felix is one of the most decorated women in the sport. Not only that, she has dealt with so much, discrimination. She had to deal with, trying to fight against Nike or whatever because of how they treated her with her being pregnant and everything. And some people actually were saying that they feel like Sha'Carri is being used as a pawn by Nike to go against Allyson Felix. Well, I think that's like a reach or whatever. But I can understand why people said that, because Allyson Felix blew up Nike's spot or whatever. And then she ended up, the thing I love about Allyson Felix, like she went against the corporation or whatever, and she started her own thing. She came out with her own shoes and everything like that. So I could definitely appreciate her for doing that, and just not playing a victim in the situation, and using it to empower herself and make waves, and not keep running to them with her hand out or whatever the case may be, and doing what is necessary to propel her career forward. After Sha'Carri made that post, in her stories, she also posted her riding in a car where she was listening to NBA Youngboy, and she posted this with his song Lonely Child. So we all know that she's going through something or whatever. We all know that she's going through something. She's been through a whole lot. But you know what? When it comes to just being nasty and rude or whatever, there's no excuse for that. when you go to work, when you're a professional, a lot of that stuff you have to leave at the door. You can't come to work with it. Like, at the end of the day, these are her peers. So she got to do a little bit better with, working with and dealing with her peers. Now, when it comes to her addressing fans or haters or people on social media talking down or whatever, that's one thing. But you never want to make it seem as though you're difficult to work with. And that's the type of energy she's starting to put out. Even after Baby Girl came in ninth place, and this was out following the Jimmy Kimmel interview with Stephen A. And after she made that post about people being fake and only showing support on TV shows, she also put this on her stories as well. This was after the NBA YoungBoy post. She posted this. Blah, blah, blah. Next. Okay. Like, it's just giving me way too much. It's just giving me way too much. So I really want people to gather around her, to get her together, to kind of help her out, and walk her through this. She definitely needs a mentor. And based on what Allyson Felix had to say about her on the show, it seemed to me that she should use that as an opportunity to reach out to her and kind of use her as a mentor or something, see if she'll be her mentor. But yet she created an enemy where an enemy doesn't exist, and that's very unfortunate. Hold on, this. Hey, damn, Shasha.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? I was like, you just popped up on me. How you doing?
Man, bless. I'm just tuning in. How you?
I am well. Thank you for joining me tonight. Did you hear about the Sha'Carri Richardson piece with Allyson Felix?
Oh yeah. Yep, I heard about it I think yesterday. I think it happened what's today? It's Thursday. It happened Tuesday, I believe. I
Yeah, I think so, because I was going to go live about it, but then I've been, my show on Tuesday. I had a lot of stuff going on.
yeah, I think but yeah, it's you kind of said it right though. Shorty going through something, man. And I think it's mainly like you good at something, right? She was probably 2 years ago, she was probably not even in a position, like let's say a couple years ago. So it's new to her. And I think every celebrity kind of deals with this when they're young. You seen it with Chris Brown, uh, with the Rihanna situation that happened early in his career. Uh,
Hmm.
he had some kind of team around him because he stayed quiet. He disappeared from the spotlight. So he had some team around him. What I noticed with Sha'Carri, which is not an excuse for her actions, she don't got nobody around her checking her for real.
Yeah, not holding her accountable. And
She got to hire somebody ASAP. And I don't really be worried about them white folks, but Justin Bieber, his little white ass was wilding out at the beginning of his career.
yeah, and see, the pressure that Sha'Carri has is this: her competition is worldwide. She has a worldwide competition, where else, like in music, you're only dealing with, like, okay, we want to talk about someone in hip hop or whatever.
Right.
Their competitors are here. You can eyeball it. You can see what your competition is like. You're the best, in what it is that you do. But it's like, the America, we run the hip hop scene or whatever. When it comes to track and field, yeah, over here in the United States, you might was fire
Right.
when it comes to being in the United States, but you ain't thinking about, you got worldwide
Yeah.
competition.
Jamaicans would dust your ass.
I'm talking. You heard me. I'm talking
And
about they
the men and
they
Jamaicans is dusting motherfuckers.
and,
Like,
and the thing that bothered me too is because even though I'm still rooting for Sha'Carri, I like all of the ladies or whatever. I did feel like, it was kind of bad that they interview her, but then they didn't interview what's her name, Elaine.
Yeah, the winner.
They ain't interview the winner, and I said the winter. I said they ain't interview the winner, and then on top of that, it's like this big divisive thing about the American racers and then the Jamaican racers. It's just like all divided, and I don't like the fact that their accomplishments are getting brushed under the rug because of all of this publicity that's around Sha'Carri. And like Allyson Felix said, her personality did bring a lot of eyes back to the sport where people are watching, waiting, and talking about it or whatever. So that is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I just so this taught me a number of things because I was rocking with Sha'Carri. I'm still rocking with her, but wrong is wrong. So it just like, for example, I don't fuck with Michael Jordan, but it was a rumor going around that said he was investing in prisons. And just because I don't like him don't mean I'm gonna spread that. And on the flip side,
Right.
if somebody I do like does some fuck shit, then I don't approve of it. So
Hmm.
basically, this taught me a number of things. It taught me people care more about controversy than they really do about the about black excellence, but specifically black women's excellence. They care more about the controversy around it, because if they cared more about just black women killing shit, everybody won in that race when they was clowning her. And I see what's going on with her. She's overcompensating for all the criticism she's getting. So what
Right.
she's doing, a lot of her anger is justified, but it's misplaced. So that's the issue. It's like the black man who's mad, and we understand that he's mad, but he takes it out on his black wife. It's like, all right, we
Right.
get why you mad. We understand you did, but you taking it out on the wrong person, dude.
So
So
it's misplaced anger. Yeah.
yeah, she's taking it out on the wrong people because she's dealing with so much criticism. It's like she just paranoid and everybody, she don't trust nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
you don't know what happened. Maybe she reached out hypothetically, but Sha'Carri is pretty outspoken. I'm sure she would have said that. Like,
Yeah.
she would have been like, when I asked you for help, you blew me off, but now you on you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then on top of that, Allyson Felix, she doesn't owe her anything. And then
Right.
two, the fact that she got on there and she said what she said, even if it was a thing where she wasn't supportive on the background, what she said still wouldn't have came off as fake to me. If that was the case, it still wasn't fake. She was just basically like, people need to like support her, embrace her. She didn't say I would. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
She
She
didn't
just
tear it.
said people need
Yeah.
to.
She didn't tear that. I like this. Why I respect LeBron. It don't matter what nobody really say, but Jordan ain't really take LeBron under his wing. So instead of LeBron bashing Jordan, he just found Hakeem Olajuwon and said, "Fuck, I'll make my own way." Like Kobe was like a mentee of Jordan. Jordan ain't mentor LeBron. So LeBron, I'm sure he felt the way, but he didn't feel the need to put that on black. And granted, social media was newer when LeBron was really entering his prime.
Hmm.
But he just went about his business. Like she got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah,
She
she has a lot of growing up to do, and I hope
21
that
still,
somebody go ahead and catch her before she fall,
yeah,
because she's slipping, and she's slipping very fast, and her safety net is too close to the ground, and she
yeah,
about to hit it. And what's going to end up happening is people is just not going to like her altogether, and she just going to end up being one of them IG girls or whatever the case may be. Like she is about to spiral out of control. And like what ended up happening was with this Allyson Felix thing, a lot of the Jamaicans were like, well, when we were saying this, y'all didn't have nothing to say. But now when it happened to Allyson Felix, I'm clenching my tongue, get tired. I'm gonna just say Felix. Once it started happening to Felix, now y'all want to say something, but we don't know everything that's going on or whatever the case may be. Like we're not just like paying attention. We were not to track and field and what the girls are saying and what the girls are doing like that or whatever. Sha'Carri Richardson honestly just came across my desk when, she did get all the hype. I wasn't paying attention to that or whatever the case may be.
I won't watch
So
it.
now it's like initially when you are first presented with her, you see that she's the girl with the long nails, with the blonde and the colorful weaves and all this old kind of stuff, the round the way girl. My first introduction to her was, okay, she won something, and then people started clowning her about her looks. So now the support came from, like, her looks has absolutely nothing to do with her talent, because we seeing her winning on the level in which she is winning it. Like we that's what we see her winning on that level. We didn't get a chance to see her, in these big races or whatever. And I didn't watch her. I didn't know her beforehand. So now you get to get the backstory of what was going on. So it's not a thing where now all of a sudden we finna run and jump on chastising her just because she's talking about Allyson Felix. Now it gives us the opportunity to take a step back and reassess some of the things that she did and say, yeah, maybe she was wrong in this particular situation too. Because at first it didn't come off like she was wrong because we didn't know the backstory. So there's no way where we could put those two and two together, because at that moment, we were introduced to her by her being attacked, after wins. We were introduced to her after her being attacked. So now our perception is this girl is just being attacked from every which end. And she doesn't look like the aggressor at the point. She looked like somebody who's just, defending herself or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But when you have a situation where this person go on the show and don't say anything negative about you and you shade them, now it's gonna make people look at what you did at that moment and what you've done before, and check you for it at that time and hold you accountable for it. But we did know, what I'm saying? A lot of the support that we gave her, it was blind support, just off the strength of this is a black girl, round the way girl. She's doing her thing. She's winning or whatever. She from up the street, around the corner. You know what I'm
She's from the
saying?
cliff. But I do gotta say this. Far as her look, she didn't deserve 1% of that criticism she got for not one.
Exactly.
She didn't deserve any. Far as how she act, she did what happened today. God damn it, happened Tuesday. She deserved that because that's fair.
Right.
Everybody got to deal with that, whether you black, white, Chinese, girl, female, old, young.
Because it's not off the subject. It's not like we're actually talking about her behavior versus we're talking about her looks after she won that has absolutely nothing to do. Like that don't have shit to do with shit.
Niggas did the same thing with Sha'Carri that they did with Serena. I'm like, y'all niggas up here criticizing her, saying she look like a man while she winning. What that got to do with the sport, my nigga?
Exactly.
Now, if Serena would have got on TV talking about, I don't watch tennis, but yeah, I'm better. I'm the best tennis player ever. I don't give a damn about. Let's say the tennis player before her was black named Jasmine James. I don't give a damn about no Jasmine James. Who is she?
Yeah.
Then we gonna say, hold up. Now they still don't got the right to call you a man, but we got the right to criticize that ass. And
exactly.
Sha'Carri, she's looking at it like people just talking down on me. She don't
right.
know.
No, you did something. It's warranted at this point. The same way. I'm glad that you mentioned Serena. You remember where it was an instance where Serena broke that. She broke that tennis racket, and it was like not that her her behavior, it was like sportsmanship behavior, right? Good sportsmanship behavior. Now, what people started doing is coming out with memes like a gorilla and all this all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, we could have addressed the behavior, because there was not good sportsmanship for her to do that. Now, if we would have left it there, we could have addressed her on that. But when you start putting in these racial derogatory memes and all this kind of stuff, calling her gorilla, whatever the case may be, and this overshadow us just talking about the behavior, then now on top of that, yeah, we know the behavior wasn't good, but now we gotta defend her because y'all on some bullshit, painting this girl as a monkey or a gorilla or whatever the case may be. Because that's one of the things that has absolutely nothing to do with it. And so in this case with Sha'Carri, like now we're talking about this one particular thing, it's just the behavior. And
And people
now, because
like for
she
that.
behaved that way, I'm gonna tell you something. Because she behaved that way, in the stereotypes that they have about people who look like her, wear their hair like her and the nails and all this old kind of stuff like that, she kind of like justified the bullshit that make it hard to defend, because she did give that hood, I wear my bonnets in public, I wipe from the back to the front type of energy.
Yeah. I think I think you got people both I think you got people on both extremes. Like one extreme is just like no matter what she do, I'm not gonna like her. And the other extreme is people that will let her get away with murder. And I think that's the issue we have with a lot of celebrities. Another one is R. Kelly, right? You got people that ain't finna stop listening to R. Kelly. They finna support everything he do. They finna say, well, Leah shouldn't have been boo boo. They finna justify every. And then you got the people that hear something about a celebrity, like the Michael Jordan example I provided, and just run with it. I think we need to find that middle ground. Okay, saying, oh, she don't deserve this, but she deserved this. This would come with this. We either one extreme or
See,
the
and, and,
other.
and that's people working in extremes. And people
Yeah,
don't understand what justice is. People don't understand what equality is. People don't understand what balance is. It's like
they
people
need to
don't
go
know how
back
to
to English
judge
class.
one thing to the next. They run everything together. And you can't you do people a disservice. It's an injustice to be so extreme when you're dealing with people. You can't be on either one extreme or the next extreme, because at the end of the day, I still want to see the girl win. I still like her, but that's not going to stop me from holding her accountable and calling out BS. That's the difference between real people and fake people. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm with you when you I'm with you when you right, but I'm gonna hold you accountable for your BS when you wrong.
yeah, we're not gonna enable that junk. That's folks' problem. And I guarantee
Mm-hmm.
you that's what type of people. I guarantee you nobody in her circle said. I bet you they was instigating. Yeah, you
Yep.
tell that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
they like, hey, look,
Because
man.
if somebody would have told her something, she would have took it down. It's still
Yeah.
on there. You could go on her page right now. It's still on there.
Like I remember even. I don't know if you know who Rakim is.
Me?
Um, Rakim Balagoon. You
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
you remember Micah, the dude who killed them police, right?
Uh-huh.
I took a picture with him and I heard he got killed or whatever. I didn't really know the full story. I threw the picture up saying, man, this dude was a fan of my music. Because we took a picture. He came up to me after the show. He said, man, you go hard. I like that. He said, you want to take a picture? We took a picture. Man, Rakim called me, said, nigga, take that shit down right now. He
Oh,
said,
wow.
yeah, he said, take that shit down right now, bro. You know what he did. I said, oh, I got mad at first because the way he said it was so much, it's just the nigga ego. He said, take that shit down now, kinfolk. Take that shit. I said, man, who this nigga think? But I had to get out my ego and say, man, he's not trying to pump me. He just trying to show me like, nah, this is serious.
Yeah.
because the cops was looking for people that they thought had something to do with it. So, and because I waited too long, they end up finding me and talking to me. Now I say that to say this: I had somebody check me. You know, it whether I knew I was wrong or not, that don't matter. It's the point of somebody telling you.
And
You
they
know
have your
what I'm
best
saying?
interest. Like
Yeah.
they really look out for you and they really care about you because they're not afraid of whether you're gonna be mad at them or like them afterwards or not. They doing their due diligence and making sure that they, because of the love that they got for you, they gonna tell you whether you get mad about it or not. But they knowing that they got to, and because if they don't and they really care about you and something were to happen to you, they'll have to deal with that guilt trip.
Yeah. And we need, and trust me, I know all about it. My sister be mad at me every other fucking week because I gotta tell her some shit she don't want to hear. It
Yep.
just, I'm just, I've been through the shit you've been through, and I'm just telling you what's best. You don't want to be hearing that shit sometime. But it's instead of me saying, "Oh yeah, that's great," nah, I ain't finna do that. Yo, get over this.
Hmm.
Yo, get over it. My thing too, and we need to talk about mental health because she dealing with it's after that interview, the way she was talking, yeah, she dealing with some demons for real. It's really it's deeper than just her um losing and being a sore. It's deeper than that, which ain't no excuse. It just needs to be addressed.
Yep. Especially with listening to that NBA young boy, Lonely Child, and all of that, or whatever the case may be. She definitely dealing with something, and we all know she's dealing with something. But at the end of the day, people need to really, you know, take her under their wings or whatever, and just tell her what she needs to hear without feeling like she's gonna get upset. I think a lot of people look at her as a money grab or whatever right now. She's from the cliff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's the best part of Dallas or anything like
Yeah,
that.
she
So
probably dealing
I'm
with a
sure
whole
a lot
bunch
of
of
people who she's around look at her as like Big Bank Hank or
yeah.
somebody like,
Give me. She probably around a whole bunch of fake motherfuckers.
yeah, yeah, that's
My thing,
unfortunate.
my thing is so many people rooting for her, and that's just the issue humans have in general. It's like it's like people pay attention to the people that talk shit versus the people. It's people pouring love into that girl. Go 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 go. She need to lock in and be like, okay, I know it's a
She
lot of
needs to focus
motherfuckers.
on those who love her instead of
Exactly.
those who got it, because there's so many that love her. Because she
But
wouldn't be where she's at if the people didn't
yeah,
love her as far as her endorsements and stuff is concerned.
but
Because
we
if those companies felt like she couldn't sell product, they wouldn't want to have contracts with her for endorsements or whatever. So she definitely has love.
she need to do an interview addressing all this, man. Like Chris Brown did. He finally did the interview after the situation. That kind of cleared him up. So hopefully she can have her eureka moment. Granted, Chris Brown was doing a bunch of bullshit after where niggas like, oh, what the fuck? He on IG threatening his girl, I'ma kill you if you fuck with. I'm like, man, we forgave you, bro. You was 19. We let it go, and then so Sha'Carri need her moment where she can exit the spotlight for a little bit, a couple months, a couple weeks, come back and then talk about it. Apologize on TV. Say, hey, look, I'm
Or she needs to
sorry.
get in one of these races and actually win. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like if she win, like she came in dead last. So, but anyway, I want to cover some more stories. So moving past Sha'Carri, you see how she done took up the what is it, the buck of the show.
yeah,
Because that's, she got that one thing about it. She is somebody who people look to, people want to talk about. She's a very interesting person,
yeah, that's
or
that Oak
whatever the
Cliff,
case may
man.
be. She's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. She just needs people to, reel her in and talk to her for a minute or whatever, and get her head straight, and get her some therapy. She needs some therapy. But speaking of somebody else that get on the internet and they do way too much and they need some people around them to talk
Lizzo,
to them. That
Lizzo,
doggone Lizzo. I'm so sick and tired of Lizzo. I done got called fat phobic and everything with my big ass for talking about
Lizzo,
Lizzo.
30 years old. And look, I don't get the same leeway for Lizzo. She's 30 years old.
Yeah, she
Ain't
too
she 30?
old. Like once you 30, when you hit your 30s, that's when people start actually respecting you as an adult. That's like when you really grown. Like once you hit 30, people kind of, oh, you grown. Like when you hit 30, that's when people start calling you old. You know what I'm saying? Like the 20-year-old, the 19-year-old, they start calling you old or whatever when you hit your 30s.
Nigga be
But
calling me big
Lizzo,
bro.
she
I said, don't
old.
call. Lizzo's 33 years old.
And let me tell you something. Lizzo, she got on TikTok and she was pretending like she was pregnant or whatever, but she's not really pregnant. I really don't understand her antics at this point. She's another one that I feel like she need to really go to she need to go to Honduras. You remember when them celebrities used to go to Honduras, didn't nobody know they ass? When Dr. Sabi was alive and shit, and they used to go to Honduras and be chasing waterfalls or whatever, riding elephants and all this whole type of stuff. You remember when celebrities used to like sneak away to Honduras and come back a little different? She
I ain't
need to
know
go
about that. I know
to
Left
she
Eye did it.
yeah, but like I think Michael Jackson went to Honduras. It's a lot of them went to Honduras. Like she need to go to Honduras. Like she don't need to talk to nobody who know who she is because she say she go to therapy or whatever the case may be, but they ain't telling her or even asking her the right questions for her to figure things out on her own. She need it like Iana Van Zant. Somebody need to step in, a witch doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? Like she needs something because Lizzo makes me feel like she deal with bipolarism. Honestly, and it's no shot at people with bipolar or anything like that, but she make me feel like she deal with that because she has these highs and lows. It's like you was just crying, now all of a sudden you like out here in the open with another unnecessary antic,
But
and you know this antic is gonna get people talking. And
my
it's kind of like she feed off of, it's like she goes through this manic type of thing. I really feel like I really do feel like she's bipolar because I've seen people like that have these different highs and lows or whatever. I don't I don't I'm not trying to diagnose her because I'm not a doctor or
right.
anything, but I've seen enough of that because my thing is if you just got off the toilet in your wig cap or do-rag or whatever, sitting on the toilet looking like Soldier Slim, crying, talking about the people talking about you or whatever the case may be, then you turn around and you playing like you pregnant or whatever, just unnecessary, like it's just some random unnecessary stuff or whatever. At first I'm thinking like you doing all of this stuff for you to be able to promote your record. That's what, when she went to crying and stuff, I'm like, this probably got something to do with her promoting her record. It's not doing really well at first, and then it blew up or whatever. I don't think it's doing well, but I don't think it did what she thought it was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? She thinking it's gonna be like number one or something like that or whatever. And I think that she wasn't realizing what her record is doing. I think she, had to wait to get word from her publicist or whatever. But the record, she probably thinking, well, the record ain't doing well. But it was, you know what I'm saying? So she probably was feeling a little insecure, whatever the case may be, and felt like she needs to garner people's sympathy in order to sell a record. And then once she see that, yeah, it really is doing good. So now she popping her shit again. And it just seems like another case of some type of mental illness for real.
How you know the pregnancy was fake?
Cause she had her shirt stuffed.
Oh wow.
She had her shirt stuffed. And the thing is, nobody spreaded a rumor because after that she was like, all the rumors are true. or whatever. Ain't nobody spreading no rumor about you being pregnant. We ain't thinking nobody busting down Lizzo.
Man, but see, ain't no telling like with celebrities, ain't no telling what they see. They deal with what we deal with 100 times over. Ain't no telling if something wrong with it. Ain't no telling if it's clout chasing. Like that's the thing with celebrities is it ain't no telling with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. But I think it might just be like a clout thing. She may be dealing with some stuff, or she may do it. You know, people do whatever they got to do these days to get their record to sell. So
Yeah, she making herself look bad. But anyway, moving past Lizzo because I don't want these people to take YouTube. Like, let me tell you something. You know, when we was doing the show, like the last show, like a year ago or whatever,
mhm.
it wasn't the views on YouTube like it is now. Now these people be commenting and cussing my ass out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
on
be
your
getting
ass,
cussed out.
all the
But
way
see,
on your ass.
I'm a Lizzo. I'm not Lizzo. I'm fat and confident and all that. So I just be laughing at it. But I was like, I don't want to begin. I'm just getting my feet wet and these people,
Yeah,
you big
they
fat
all the
bitch.
way on your ass.
You nappy head. They done call me all kinds of shit. You big fat nappy head bitch. I'm
Man,
like, God
they
damn, but you
contradict.
that ain't why I say you can't whoop me though. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they contradiction what they mad at you about. How you gonna be mad at
Right. How
somebody
you
for
gonna be
talk?
mad at me, but then you calling me a fat nappy head bitch?
Yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, so also I wanted to talk about I just done left you here like you just came to be on the whole damn show. You heard that Sha. Damn Sha. I've been
hey,
loving your beats too.
man, appreciate it. I just dropped my phone.
I almost like you need to pick it up. I'm almost finna ask you to give me a quote for a intro, like an intro. I was thinking about that, but then I was like, I might need to write a rap. I was like, I damn near want to ask him to do a beat and do a rap. Like, yeah, how much that shit gonna cost?
Hey, talk
Cause
about.
I would like to have blacker the very the sweeter the
Yeah,
blacker the very the sweeter the juice.
let,
Hey.
let's do it.
But I did think it did cross my mind, but I'm trying to figure out how I want it to be or whatever. But
Let's
anyway,
talk about it off air.
yeah, we're gonna talk about it off air. We don't need to be doing our business deals in front of these people. Anyway, Steph Curry, mom and daddy, they getting a divorce after 33 years of marriage. And I just feel like these people are a hot ghetto ass mess to me. Because when I heard about the story and the Tanya, the mama, she said that Dale, the daddy, was cheating on her the whole time. She went to cheating on him. So I was like, y'all might as well stay together.
Right, y'all even.
Like
Damn it.
y'all got an understanding at this point.
Yeah, y'all even.
Exactly. Cheating in the next room. I'm like, y'all might as well stay together. But you know, she they say she dealing with the remember the tight end from the Patriots, Steve Johnson?
Yeah, I seen them. That's terrible.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Say she dealing with Steve Johnson or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, okay, whatever. But I hate it. I hate it for them. But all at the same time, I really don't even understand why their divorce became news. And but they always were, you know, in the stands. Like, even if you watch the games and all that kind of stuff, they always pan the camera over to them or whatever. Like, we all knew they go Steph and them, like how LeBron mama be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people, parents that they kind of like a celebrity too.
KD mom for sure. KD mom
Yeah.
for sure.
KD mom need to bring a brush down to some of them games and brush that. You know how like back in the day, your mama be like, "Come here, baby, let me, you know, straighten you up or whatever." I guess his mama said, "I don't." His nappy head ass out here got me riding around in Rolls Royce and stuff.
Yeah.
He could be all BDB.
I ain't finna say nothing to
Anyway, but Steph Curry, mom and daddy is the prime example of keeping that same energy. You hear me? Because they both out there cheating. They kept that same energy. And speaking of keeping the same energy, tell me why T.I son King had him a stripper party.
He the little one.
But
He the one that looked like Tiny. He real bright.
with the blonde hair, the little eclectic, what do you call that word? Eclectic,
I think he's albino.
he ain't albino. He just like got that weird ass, style or
Yeah,
whatever.
eclectic. Uh-huh.
Eclectic, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was just like, it's interesting that King get to have him a stripper party, but then T.I was down at the gynecologist checking to see if Deyja hymen was still in check. So I'm like, why you ain't
That's
got the same energy for your son?
that's
Because the thing is, Deyja, you know, she was, I think Deyja was grown. No, well, how old was Deyja when? No, she probably wasn't grown when he was. I forgot how old she was when
I
he
think
was
she
doing it.
was 16. I want to say she was 16.
But King was having sex at 14. He ain't had no problem with King having sex at 14, but trying to see if Deyja Hyman still intact at 16. And usually around that time is when people start having sex. Like
Shit, the
that's
girls in my grade was 12.
yeah, that's crazy.
But see, it goes down to the double standard of how we raise, and it's deep because it plays a role into how men and women go about relationship as adults. Because women, we literally talk the opposite, so it don't work. You see what I'm saying? Women is taught keep your legs closed, don't be hoeing, don't be having sex. Men is taught you have some sex, get all the women you can get. So my thing is, if we telling all the women to keep their legs closed and all the men to have sex, what do we have? A bunch of bullshit going on. We got a bunch of contradiction because basically what's happening is you're not setting your son to be a real stand-up dude. You set him to basically be controlled by his dick. So
Right.
he's basically maneuvering through life with how figuring out how to get in a women's pants. And your daughter is basically trying to maneuver around, man, I shouldn't be doing this. She dealing with this self-esteem, man. They calling me a hoe because I want to do this. It's just a mind fuck to the girls. When all of us at the end of the day, if you look at nature, we be fucking. Okay? That's what that's what mammals do. They fuck. They get that urge and they fuck, man. So he should have went there. What he should have did with his daughter was have an honest conversation. I told my sister, I said, how am I gonna tell you to do what I don't do? I mean, what I'm doing. So I said, if you do it when you do decide to do it, I don't want to know if you did it or not. I don't care, but make sure you do it the right way and make sure that nigga at least treat you nice and act like he give a damn. Don't let him be rough and aggressive and talking crazy.
Yeah,
Instead
because you
of saying you better
definitely
not be doing that, and then people will make their son get some pussy just to make sure he ain't no square or nothing. Like, I'm worried about my son. He ain't got no.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a mess.
yeah, I eat little Boosie. But anyway,
He
I'm
needs to go to jail. The girl, by the way.
the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does need to go to jail, and he do too. But that's why I don't know. Next Tuesday, you guys make sure that you have subscribed to this YouTube channel and hit on the notification bell. If you're watching from Facebook, make sure that you have liked and followed the page. I go live, dedicated lives every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I have like a set discussion. It don't have anything to do with what's trending. Sometimes we might add some of that in there. Sometimes what's trending might inspire me to do a show on Tuesday, but on Tuesdays is when we have those conversations that we need to have within our community. to get some type of straightening going on out here, whatever the case may be. So this Tuesday coming up, I have 2 different ideas of the different shows that I want to do. Actually, I'm gonna run them past you since you still up when we get off this feed.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be some very interesting topics coming up in the future. So make sure that y'all are subscribed. Did you have any last words that you want to share, Sha, or anything you wanted to promote while we on here?
Man, oh, now that you mentioned it, follow me. If you want some fire ass beat, if you want to step your rap up, follow me. Damn Shot, man. The name on the screen. Damn got an N in it because for some reason people don't think Damn got an N. They keep putting DAM and Shot like ha with an S. So Shot, just like I got it on the screen, man. Fuck with me, man. On everything, YouTube. B Stars, what I say, Black Planet. Come on, baby. Tap in.
Black Planet.
No, we
I'm
ain't
not
no
gonna
black.
deal with you. On that note, we out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You had you shocked me when you had popped up. I saw you there and I was like, oh damn, shot.
Yeah, I said, oh,
Anyway,
she
thank y'all.
live. Let's do it. Yeah, I said she
Yeah,
live. Yeah.
no problem. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.